Hi, welcome to Spotlight on the Arts. This is a program of the Billings Cultural Partners. My name is Joe, and I'm joined with Courtney. We're both librarians at your Billings Public Library, who, in addition to the other duties that we perform at the library, for example, you're our cataloger, and I'm the Montana Room librarian. But in addition to those other librarian duties, we host a regular series of art-related programs in an effort to bring arts back to the library. All librarians put on programs that are geared towards their interests or what they feel like is a community need. They get tips and they catch things in the wind here and there to say like, oh, I should put a program on about that, or I should feature a financial awareness kind of a program or something. We've really taken it on to feature the arts prominently, as many months as we can, along with other things we have personal interest in. But we have a commitment to provide a space at the library for local artists of all types. We want them to be able to display and demonstrate their artistic expression in a free place. For more information on that, if people do want to reach out, maybe they're an aspiring artist themselves or they know someone, they can always email us, right, at arts@billingsmt.gov. But really it's about again, we have this wonderful free space, right? And we want to try to provide that to as many artists as possible so they can show their work off and stuff.
And historically, the library has been an arts center. We're kind of trying to get back to that where it once was.
Very much so. Yeah, for years we see in our old program notes and the old newsletters that went out that it was very arts heavy, and not that we went some wrong way or something, but we thought that well we could do that as well today. The Billings has a wonderful arts community in it. Why not kind of latch on to that? So that's been the focus. But we also wanted to talk about so those are our values. Why we do what we do. But how do those values, again, to bring art back to the library and to provide a free space for artistic expression, how does that actually play out, right? What is it that we do with our programming? What kind of programs do we put on? What are we most attracted to? So we want to give a quick rundown on what we've done in the past and how that kind of aligns with these established values.
Yeah. So one thing that we've done the last 2 years is the Fall Art Walk. We've held that in our popular materials area and hosted the Billings Arts Association. We've had 20 plus artists both years, and so that's been pretty exciting. We had catering by Ravens Cafe.
Wonderful turnout.
It's a great networking opportunity, just a great way for local artists to be able to showcase their work.
Yep.
Both of us have purchased art.
Yeah. You had a piece commissioned of your little dog son, by Stephanie Fofanoff.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. We just now got done showcasing her work on what we call the first 5 years wall, which we'll talk about soon. My wife and I grabbed a piece by Tana Patterson of this Mavis and Millicent series that she has, which is ridiculously intricate set of kind of like children's illustrations. They're so beautiful. We featured her as well. So this singular event, the annual art walk that we put on, is a great way for us to meet artists, for the community to meet artists, but then for us to also kind of do what we do, which is latch on to people and go, yo, we'd really like to showcase your work. And it's worked well for us. So yeah, it's a great event.
Yeah.
We're hoping to do it again, make it fresh, make it exciting, but we usually do tend to try to grab the October art walk and see if we can do something for that. So more to come on that.
Yep.
We've also hosted roughly 15 local artists for individual exhibits in the library over the past year and a half. We feature these artists prominently on that first 5 years wall, that big wooden wall. When you come in the library, you turn left, there's that wall right before you head to the children's section. You can see on the screen this wonderful display that we had showcasing the photography of 2 staff members at the library who were exceptional photographers that we just kind of picked up in the wind, and we saw their work and we were blown away by it. So we had them printed out these huge 20 by 30 prints, put them on the wall. We're happy to show their work off and stuff. We've done that for, again, numerous types of artists, painters and watercolor, acrylic, oil. It's just something we're very happy there's Tana Patterson's work right there. Love to do it. Always looking for new artists. So again, if people know somebody, they might be somebody themselves that would like to show their art off at the library. arts@billingsmt.gov is a great way to get a hold of us. But yeah. Constant exhibitions showcase not people's work.
Yeah. Not only do we showcase people's work on that wall, though, we also want to bring in performing artists as well. So we've hosted in the past ARC, a Montana dance collective.
Yes.
Brescia Performing Arts Company, they were just here in January with En Fuego dance troupe, and they taught a bachata lesson and also had a performance.
Look at all those people on the screen right now enjoying that lesson. It was such a great turnout, like 50 people, 55 people showed up to that. They were dancing and learning.
Time.
They were having a great time with it. Yeah.
So that was really cool. And then they are actually coming back February 22nd for a choreography workshop.
Yes.
That's going to be pretty cool. And then in March again, they're going to come and talk about how dance can help us cope with grief.
Yes, absolutely. So. Cool programs, cool. I mean, it's again, not just come in and look at a passive, nothing wrong with this, look at a passive series of paintings on a wall or illustrations on a wall, but also active, participatory, events as well, or where somebody is actively performing in front of you.
We've had musicians.
We've had terrific musicians, that have participated in this in the past as well. So yeah, we really try and host artists of every type. Again, not just painters and sculptors, dancers and musicians as well. We have another musician coming in June. More on that will be coming later. We won't go too much of that today, but more musicians coming, one in June that we've already booked. And we've hosted aspiring professional musicians as well, a group of wonderful students learning string instruments, which was really well attended and the people loved. Local musicians who are trying to make their name in the city as well. We've had playing under the Oculus. So a wide range of performers, again, not just passive, but active performances to try and give as many artists that we can think of, artists of different types.
We just had a rock band last Friday called Death by Robots.
Yeah, performing rock music under the Oculus.
Yeah.
Changing also, not misconceptions, but maybe preconceived perceptions of what is appropriate and what is not appropriate at the library. Maybe a little bit of like, again, not rearranging traditional ideas, but definitely trying to expand traditional ideas and showing how this space is much more open to people of all types, interests of all types, expressions of all types. So we're really messing around with, expanding on that and seeing just what goes over and sometimes what doesn't. So
yeah, the library is a place for creative expressions of all types, all people. So we really want to drive that home.
100%. What else we got?
What else do we have going on? We last year participated in an ongoing copyist program that's making its way across Billings. It's had other stops at the Yellowstone Art Museum, for example, Yellowstone County Museum, Western Heritage Center, and now it's coming back to the library. So it's intended for artists to come and sort of have like a workshop.
Yes.
They're learning how to copy a professional artist's work of art, but it's also for the public.
Yes.
So they can come in and observe the artist's process and just see how that happens.
Yep.
So
in December, one of the images on the screen was the Joseph Sharp oil painting of these mountainside, this kind of like mountain area. It was so cool to see. We know that that's an oil painting, but we saw John Kennedy over here drawing that same image only on ink and paper. And then we had another person who was making like what appeared to be like just an amazing representation of it, like almost a facsimile. Like it was so well to the detail, it was so well done. She was doing it in chalk. It was astounding. I mean, every one of them employs their own methodology.
we had painters, I think.
We had painters as well. We had acrylic and oil painting at the same time. I don't know if we had water.
Sketching.
We had 2 kids come in who sketched it on their own. They were just urban sketchers visiting from, Miles City, I think it was, and they just happened to come in the library that day, and here's this thing going on. So they busted out their sketchbooks and did it right then and there. It was so cool.
Yeah.
Copyist programs are popular across the globe. It offers local artists a way of coming in and being very up close and personal with the work of a master and trying their hand at copying the technique, the brush strokes. They really get to be, up at the Metropolitan Museum in New York, you got people that are, 3 feet away from a Rembrandt or, whatever, copying that work. So we're really happy. This was not our original idea, but we were invited to be a part of this. Very happy to have been a part of it. So
yeah, I'm very excited for the next one.
Yes.
That's going to be a portrait by Isabel Johnson,
Yep.
featuring Ann Whitmack, who is a former library director.
Yeah, Isabel Johnson did a portrait of our library director, who was, I think, the director around early 1950s. How cool is it that we have an Isabel Johnson in the library's fine art collection? Look at that. It's so beautiful, the color on that.
I love the colors.
Not only do we own an Isabel Johnson, we feel very, very, very proud to have that, but one of our own library director, Ann Whitmack, who was a prominent figure in Billings at the time. So they're going to come back and they're going to try their hand at a portrait. We cannot wait to see what they do. So, yeah, the copyist program is a cool thing. Yeah, lots more to come with that. Hopefully, we'll be doing that for years. So. And we also feature a monthly display of photographs that are taken from the Montana History Portal related to a theme of our choosing. This month is Montana Couples. I should first say what the Montana History Portal is. It's this wonderful repository of paintings and photographs and 3D objects like mining helmets or firefighter gear, really whatever it is that comes from our custom-made tables that went along with the creation of our building, our new building. Archives and libraries across the state. Lewistown Public Library, Glacier Park National Archives, has contributed thousands of images to this repository. It's managed by the state library, but it's a wonderful place to go for free and just look at so many digitized images that were submitted by these professional organizations. So we have a prominent place on this. Our postcard collection, our fine art collection is on there. So every month we select a theme. So Montana Couples this month. Last month it was holiday street scenes, right? These great photographs that we found from
Lewistown,
Lewistown, yes,
Billings,
Helena, that all seem to have these cool like tinsel over the street. You see they're black and white, there's snow on the ground, they got headlights going there. There's really beautiful images of just Montana holiday street scenes. So we put together a collection of those. This month it's Montana Couples.
Some epic shots.
Some really, really great shots. Look at that thing right there. I don't know if that's Glacier, but it's hard to believe that that's not a backdrop, but it's not. It's just this wonderful photo that's provided by Glacier National Park. Yeah, so some great shots. There's the one provided by the University of Montana Mansfield Library. They have a huge amount of resource. We take from them so much. They have so many photographs, but how beautiful is that shot? How great is this shot?
That's my personal favorite. Very relatable.
Near and dear.
This was circa 1900.
Yeah.
Not a lot has changed. We're in 2025.
She's looking off in the distance for
that barren wasteland.
Cresting over that hill, the lone rider.
Where is he?
I don't know. So looking for a husband. It's a great shot, but the postcard collection is fantastic on there. Again, ours, but many other libraries have just cool, epic shots, front and back. You very often get to read the actual message that was attached to it on display at the Montana History Portal. We cannot say enough how happy we are to have them and to be a top contributor.
There's some gems on there.
There are some gems on there. I mean, just from every era you can imagine.
And all sorts of just funny topics. We had a cat themed display.
Yep. There were more than enough cat pictures to go on that website for us to put together a 15 or so picture series. So, yeah. So again, every month we try to find something new so we can be in collaboration with them. We can bring attention to them, and we have this wonderful TV that admin allowed us to purchase that we have in the Montana room that we get to just pretty much pick and choose every month. Like, well, what do we put on this month? What sounds cool? What's Montana related that would be cool for like a visual representation?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's fun. So
Let's talk about some upcoming programs, right? Like we talked about earlier, Brescia, the dance company from here in Billings, they're coming back February 22nd. That's going to be from 2 to 3:30 in the community room, and it's encouraged for ages 8 and up.
yeah,
So that's going to be a fun time. If you do come, you can expect warm-ups that are going to encourage body awareness and freedom of movement. There are going to be some guided exercises to loosen the body and really stimulate creativity. There's going to be an emphasis on spontaneity, personal expression,
Yeah.
collaboration,
yeah,
and you'll be learning how to break movement into smaller pieces so it's not quite so overwhelming.
long, routines that you have to memorize. No, they
Yeah.
break it down wonderfully into like 15-second, it seems like, chunks that are very,
Yeah.
very manageable.
So if you do show up, you'll be just working in small groups to create your own choreography. There's going to be guest performances by Rosetna Dance Company and Madco Dancers. So it's going to be a really exciting program.
Yeah, they keep the energy like the whole time. Maribel and Tyson are phenomenal on their own, but they've been bringing in, additional performers in the city and stuff like that, which has just been wonderful.
Yeah.
Last time, again, many of those in there were from the dance troupe that came along as well and that shot. But that's also a lot of the public that's just got up and decided to take part in the lesson. So they really know what they're doing. They're very encouraging. It's a great show because as much as you may think you're not going to want to get up and participate, for some reason it's just like it's compelling to do so kind of thing.
And it's a comfortable environment to try something new.
Very much so. We also have, just in time for Mother's Day, we figured we want to do something like this. We're working with Linda Franson, who's a fantastic artist, local artist.
Part of the Billings Arts Association.
Yes, and also one of the heads of the whole copyist program.
Yes.
That's really her and John Kennedy's, and I think mostly Linda was taking it over, was taking on the responsibility of knocking it out. It's her baby, and so we're going to have her for a pressed flowers workshop on May 3rd from 1 to 2 p.m. That's Saturday, May 3rd. There's one on the screen of what you'll be creating. Now, participants will need to provide their own 4x6 picture frame, like the one shown here, for their arrangement. But starting on April 1st, so from April 1st to May 3rd, which is the event day, we are going to have 10 free matted frames that we're purchasing with our budget available for the first 10 people who register online on our calendar. So if you want one of our nicer matted frames and you register in time, you're one of the first 10, great, your frame is secured. If you get waitlisted, we would recommend that you don't expect to have a frame and you bring your own 4x6, which you can get anywhere.
Walmart,
Hobby Lobby,
Michael's,
anywhere you want to go. So again, registration opens up April 1st on that. We will also serve refreshments, like just small crackers and cheeses and cookies, just something to kind of like, snack on while you're doing this.
That's going to be from Stompin' Grounds, which is the library's cafe.
Yeah.
And they are phenomenal.
Exceptional. Great food. We also want to bring a pair of tweezers.
Yes, if you show up.
Yep.
That would be
She did
helpful.
ask us to mention that, bring a pair of tweezers. So again, something for Mother's Day. Mother's Day is the weekend right after that. We could have tried to grab it the Saturday before, but we thought, well, maybe people might be going out of town or, for whatever reason, they might be able to come in the day before. So Saturday, May 3rd, we got a week in advance. Bring your mom out, come to a Press Flowers workshop and make something that I think that, would just be a fun kind of like collaborative event. My wife and daughter are coming. They're going to be making something for her probably, or maybe grandma, to send off to grandma. So it's cute. It's going to be fun,
I'm excited to see what people come up with.
Linda's amazing. You bought one.
Yeah, it's a poppy. It's very similar to the one that we're showing on the screen.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's beautiful.
Really?
It's really, she's talented.
That's cool. Yeah, it's wonderful to have people like Linda, and so many other artists that are so talented in so many different arenas. She's I'm going to read her bio that she sent us because it's very cute and I love it. Linda Franson has a large and rambling garden filled with a riot of perennials. She is an inveterate gardener, who has found a way to preserve the beauty of a summer garden in small decorative paintings using pressed flowers. I like this part the most. Her hobby is an old hobby. It's a pioneer women without much access. Pioneer women, like the postcard.
Like the postcard.
Exactly right.
Kind of like me having it in my own home
That's the
now. Parallel lives.
Pioneer women without much access to art or decor often pressed hardy native flowers and hung them on the walls of their homes, gracing and beautifying their humble abodes. So, yeah, it's something that's actually kind of part of Montana history. This is like, it's a long lineage of doing this kind of thing.
Yeah.
So come out with somebody, and you do not have to provide flowers. I meant to say that. She's going to be in California, securing flowers from like Central California not too long. She might have already done that, actually.
She's been securing flowers, I think, for the past year that we've been talking about this program and preparing for it.
We made plans with her to do this like in June of last year. So she's coming prepared to provide just about everything. Just got to get your frame secured. And again, first 10 registrants will get a free one.
Yeah.
What else?
We also have Louis Habak coming. He's going to be showcasing his work on that First 5 Years wall that we keep mentioning.
Yeah, we love it.
Throughout the month of March. So his work is amazing. We think that he's going to be showcasing new business animal portraits, and this is new work.
Yeah. He's already done business animal portraits like that on the screen right now. It's really cute. It's crazy cool work.
Yeah, if you've been to Black Dog Coffee,
Yeah.
one of these business animals is painted on the wall.
Oh,
So
I didn't know that.
that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
He is an exceptional artist, very well-rounded.
He's exceptional. Not just, watercolor, ink, but he's an amazing sculptor as well. We love Louis Habak.
Yeah.
Anyways,
We're lucky to have him
Yeah.
here in Billings.
Yeah.
So,
But he's making a whole new run as well for
Yeah.
just this presentation.
he's preparing new work. So, even if you're familiar with his work, come and check out his new stuff.
Yep.
It's going to be really, really fun.
Yep. Absolutely.
And right now we also have a display up of children's illustrators and writers.
Yes.
So that's also something you might want to come check out.
Yeah, some wonderful pieces of
Local.
art, like illustrative pieces that go along with the stories, but then also some really cute stories as well that were written based off of a series of themes.
Some prompts they were
some
given.
prompts. Yeah, and then they wrote, they submitted their own work. So that's a cool display that the Children's Department is putting on this month throughout February. And yeah.
Lots more to come this year.
So much more. So much more. We'll be back to do this again, I believe, in May to talk about other things that we have planned and stuff like that. So we try to do arts stuff again throughout the entire year. That's one of our main focuses. So if people have thoughts on what they would like to see at the library, they have ideas on artists, performers, or whatever, again, arts@billingsmt.gov. That's where they can reach us at.
Yeah, feel free to reach out.
Yeah. Is that it?
I think so. More to
Okay.
come.
Yeah, more to
Stay
come.
tuned.
Yeah, come to the library and check out the art.
Thank you.
Thank you.